door. And in the midst of Lanka, he is only worshipping Ram. In the midst of all Rakshasas and whatever, he is worshipping Ram. But to do any Sewa for Ram, so you have devotion for Ram but not doing any Sewa. Hanumanji comes and he has one interchange, one satsang with this incarnation of Lord Shiva. And that one satsang, Hanumanji's devotion metamorphosizes into Sewa. And he gets up and he marches right into the court of Ravan. And he tells Ravan, what you have done is wrong. You give back Sita. Before Hanumanji came, he was sitting there. I said, no, in Trinidad we say like with his mouth open, catching mosquitoes. Doing nothing. So devotion does not equal Sewa. Devotion gets ripened into Sewa in Satsang. When Sugriva and his whole bunch now, when they meet Ram, they have Satsang there. Now they all became Sevaks. Otherwise they saw, chi, bechari, chali gayi. Like nothing. So, this Sewa is going to manifest when we find ourselves in Satsang. To be like this. Otherwise in the world there are only two types of people like that. There is one type of people, they do Sewa. The other type, they say, wow. Means this is done. That work, they did not do anything. They just what? Oh wow. We have to find ourselves in Satsang and not just have, a title. I am a bhakta. I am a devotee. That is not going to cut it. If Sewa does not manifest, if Bhakti does not manifest into Sewa, or does not transmute into Sewa, transform into Sewa, that Bhakti is unripe. And Bhakti is green. It really has to ripen into Sewa. So now, this Jamwan, this Jatayu had reached that without even thinking, having not met Ram, nothing. He sprung into action, and here Bhagwan Ram tells such a person, and then Bhagwan Shri Krishna is telling the same thing to Arjuna here. My dear Arjuna, if you die on this battlefield because you are working for humanity, if you die on this battlefield, you go to Swarga. If you are successful in this battle, you get this kingdom. Bhagwan Shri Krishna is telling, in effect, for a Sewa, there is no win-lose situation. There is only win-win. You die, you go to Swarga. You live, you get this kingdom. So it's win-win. Gita was the first place win-win is taught, Actually, it's taught here in this Ramayana also. But this is not new concepts for any of us. This has always been there. Now, Bhagwan Ram speaks to Jatayu further. Or the dialogue between both of them. See this. Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Rama Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Rama. Sab gaye. Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Rama Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Rama. Tab kah geet bachan thari theera sunat Puran jnan bhavira. Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Rama Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Rama. Nath dasanan gati kiri tehi khal janak sutta hari. Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Rama Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Rama साई बिलपति अति पुररी की नाई श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम दरस लागी प्रभु राखे प्राण चलन चहत अब कृपा निधाना श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम राम तनु राख उठाना मुख मुस्कान कही देवाना श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम गुरु राम 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 सीता राम 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 सियावर रामचंद्र की जय तब कह गीत बच्चन धरित धीरा Jatayu was able to muster up some strength and then he spoke, Sunahu Ram, Bhanjana, Bhavabhira, O Ram, the one who removes all the sorrows of people in this world. And that removes this fear of transmigration of fears. Human beings live in fear only. All of these lines require a lot of vichar, but I'm telling the story, I can't stop now to do vichar with you there. Human beings live only in fear. Everything, we don't do things out of love, we do out of fear only. You have to do some vichar on that. Not the sanana yagati dikkini, it is the sanan Ravan who cut off my wings. Tehi khala janakasuta hari. It is he who stole Sitaji and took her, like the Chinna, took her in the southern direction. Like that. So he tells, Darasalagi Prabhu Rakheu Prana. But I kept my life in this body because I wanted to see you. Before I die, I wanted to see you. Chalana chahat avakripani. But now I want to go because I have seen you. And a most wonderful thing happens there. Ram kaha tanu rakhav tata. Rama said, but I can save your life. I can save your life. I can keep your pran in this body. You will be fine. Mukha musukai kahi te varana. Jatayu smiled. Prabhu, you want to subject me to another round of samsara or what? Saints and sages and mahatmas and all pray for this moment when in their dying seconds they will get to see you or chant your name and you are standing right in front of me and you want me to stay in this body? No. Don't subject me to that punishment any more. You know, the Bali who had lost his way, even Bali who had lost his way, that Bali also realized this in the last moment. And Bhagavan told, I can save your life. I'll just pull out an arrow from your heart. Bhagavan's healing touch is unimaginable, you know. I can save your life. Bali said nothing doing. Let me go. For a person to die seeing the Lord in this tradition, that person will surely reach his destiny. Bhagavan said, okay. And Tulsidashi describes that he let him go. Before he left, Bhagavan Ram tells about this Sewa in a very, very famous chopper. No, see, even as a child I used to hear this chopper, but of course I did not know the name that time. But now I think I know what it means. See this. Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. 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 Parahit vas jinh ke man mahi. Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Tin kahu jag durlabh kachhu nahi. Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Tan taj tat jahu mam dhama. Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Dev kahu tum puran kama. Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Rama heard the reply of Jatayu. Rama's eyes welled up with tears also. Jala bhari nayana kahahi raghurai. Because the Lord also is waiting for a proper devotee. You know? The Lord also is waiting for a proper Sewa. When he finds one who gave his life in his Sewa, he finds a devotee who gave his life in Bhagwan's Sewa, Bhagwan also cries. His eyes welled up with tears. Tat karma nijate gati pai is because of your good karma. Whatever good things you have done, that you are able to now see me in your dying moment, he means. And then he tells, Parahita basajina ke manamahi. For the person whose life is engaged in doing seva and seeking the welfare and benefit of others, the person whose life is engaged in that, he says, Tina kahu jagadurlabh kachunahi. And what he means, there is nothing which is difficult for that person in this world, including mukti. When he said there is nothing difficult for that, in other words, for the person who is engaged in doing seva, mukti also is not difficult. That also is very easy. And see the sevaks in Ramayana, they did not have to go to Ram. Ram came to them. Tanataji, tat, jahu mama thama. You drop this body then and go to my world. Saket lo. Jatayu went. And Tulsidas he describes in the following verses there. He left. Geet de hataji. Hari Rupa. He took the form of Hari. Chaturbhuj Hari. That is called as Sa Rupe Mukti. He went to the world and looked like Hari. So there are many looking like Hari in that Hari world. Bhushana Bahupatam. Eat Anupa. There. Decorated with all clothing and jewelry and everything of the Lord. Syama Gata Visala Bhuja Chari Astuti Kara. Karata Nayana Bhari Bari. Now there's a very interesting doha there I want to tell you. He sent him and he told, when you go, whenever you're passing and you meet my father, Dasharatha Ji Maharaj, don't tell him anything about Sita Ji got kidnapped. You see how Rama is thinking. Remember, Dasharatha Ji had died already. So when you go and meet my father, don't tell. This is a typical Indian thing. The parents don't want to tell the children anything to get them worried. And the children don't want to tell the parents anything to get them worried. You know what I'm talking about. Indian people only know that thing, I think. Sita haran tat janika ho pita sana jai. Tata, when you go, don't tell my father any of this thing. When you meet him. And the next line is very, very forceful. Jo me ram tak kula sahit kai dasanan ai. then no need for you to tell my father what happened here. If my name is Ram, I guarantee that Ravan and his whole family themselves will go and tell him. It means to say, if my name means to say, my name being Ram, I will see to it that Ravan himself will go and tell. That means to say, here, this is one place, and also in the beginning of this Aranyakand, 2 times he takes Sankalpa that this Ravan and his entire Kula will be finished. And he said, Raghukula Riti Sada Chali Ai, Pran Jai Baru, Bachan na Jai. When the Lord gives his word, his life will go, but he will not go back on his word. And you know, there's another thing the Lord does for his devotee. Not only he comes in the dying moment of his sevak, but for his devotee and his sevak, he will go back on his word also. 2 times in this Aranyakand he says, I am going to wipe out that Rakshasa race. And when he goes to Lanka, he saves Vibhishan, who belongs to that same Kula, that same family. The Lord will go back on his word if it is for his devotee only. That is how much he considers his devotee. And everywhere throughout this Ramayana, that is the one theme. For that devotee, the Lord will do anything, even if it means going back on his word. And this is the esteem in which Bhagwan holds his devotee and his sevak, those who do his seva. So this Jatayu seva is exemplary because it is the one place in this Ramayana where one gave his life for Ram. Others, see, Hanumanji did not give his life for Ram. Nobody died for Ram. But an exemplary seva, which Jatayu gave his life also. And therefore, I think that is how the topic came maybe in my mind. That we have to see the Jatayu's seva. And also, because as a child I used to hear that story also. And that story was there in my head. Then now Jatayu now taking the form of Hari, he does a really nice stuti, and then he goes to Saket Lok in the form of Hari, form of the Lord. So now, what are the important things there? This story is, though it is a story and all that, in this story is built that very esoteric principle which is a truism about action. Action is not the act outside. Action is the bhav which is accompanying that act. And in this case, the Jatayu doesn't care about himself. He cares about Ram. He cares about Sitaji. Isn't it? He forgets his life in the service of Ram. And that is what counts. And the fact that, see, look here. In this battle, Jatayu lost. Jatayu lost the battle. And he died. But 20,000 years later, we are praising Jatayu, who lost and not the winner, Ravan. Isn't it? Nobody named their child Ravan. But I know somebody named Jatayu. 20,000 or 30,000 years later, we are still praising the loser and not the winner. So it's not losing or winning, you see. So it's not the action really, the same way. This is it, that very, very important principle which is there caught in the story, and for the person who can follow it, seek the benefit of others. In Uttarakhand, Tulsidas says, Parahit sarisa dharam nahi bhai. There is no greater dharma in this world than the service of others. And that is the opportunity a human being has. It is not merely an opportunity to become selfless, but it is an opportunity to get mukti by becoming selfless. This is Jatayu's Sewa. Okay. Alright. And I told, please don't forget, we are not talking about changing any action which you are doing now, because the merit is not in the action. The merit is in the attitude of the action. That is the principle. Okay. Jatayu. Now there are 5 minutes left. If anybody wants to ask me anything, I'll try to answer. Don't ask me hard questions. Otherwise we'll close up.
You mentioned Satsang as being catalyst for bhakti turning into Sewa.
Yes.
What does that mean in our context today? How do you think about that?
A good question. So, Satsang has many definitions. Simply put, some simple things I'll tell you about Satsang. First of all, like this, it is very important that we meet on a regular basis. So we'll be reminded of all of these things. That is first thing. So this is called Satsang. This is one form of Satsang. But a very simpler explanation of Satsang, I tell you. Whenever we meet and we talk about the Lord, that is called as Satsang. Whenever we meet and we talk about ourselves, that is called as Kusang. But that's what people do most of the time. And when we say we talk about ourselves, you see, sometimes you will hear one person, you know, my son is going to that university. Oh, my son is going to that university. I said, no, I'm not talking about myself, I'm talking about my son. You're talking about yourself only. That thing is called as Kusang. If we meet, you see, there's a wonderful thing. What is that? See, it is said that when one sadhu se mile, hoi Ishwar ki baat. When one sadhu meets another sadhu, they talk about Ishwar. Sadhu se mile, hoi Ishwar ki baat. Gada gade se mile, hoi latam lat. That means to say when one donkey meets another donkey, they only kick each other. So what actually, that is a very insightful doha. It means when the donkey of one ego meets the donkey of another ego, the two egos start. So, a very simple thing about Satsang. Anybody, anywhere, anything I'm doing, and I'm talking about the higher reality, I'm talking about God, I'm talking about some higher principle, like that thing is called as Satsang. So, even when what an easy thing. When I go on YouTube, if I am listening to some discussion where the reality is being talked about, or if I listen to some story where Rama is being talked about, that thing is called a Satsang. I can go on YouTube and I see car racing. I also, that is not Satsang. So it's so many various forms of Satsang, and it's always guided by this principle. Something higher is being sought, something higher is being listened to, something higher is, I'm having an exchange with something higher. Because in today's modern time, you will not have time to come here every day. Otherwise, Satsang used to be described like this only. Every day we all meet. But there are so many ways to meet today. People meet online. You know that, right? We have all of these things now. So we can have Satsang online. Good question. Takes modern forms. Satsang has taken many modern forms, modern manifestations. And you are very creative people, and the world is becoming more and more creative. Snakes and ladders. You can change all of the things. No? Creative means you change that. You go up the ladder, you go up to Ram. So put there. Put Ram on the top. To make a game also into Satsang. Because I'm thinking of something higher. Okay. Alright, let me welcome all of you to Trinidad. Open invitation. You come anytime. Trinidad has a huge ashram. We can accommodate 100 people in the ashram at any time. And nice facilities, self-contained rooms and AC and everything here. And in January, for 2 weeks or 3 weeks or so, I'm doing Mandukya Upanishad with Shankara Bhashya. So those of you who want to come for a week, come for a few days, come here. Please do come. Huh? This is first thing, this January coming up. In 2021, I am having a camp on a cruise to Alaska. You catch that cruise somewhere in Seattle or something, and we'll have the camp on the cruise. 2021. That is in July. My itinerary is fixed till half of 2021 already. 2022, we have the Mahasamadhi camp in Trinidad, which is in Pittsburgh this year. Next year it will be in San Jose. 21 it is in Toronto. 22 is in Trinidad. So there's a number of things going on in the Trinidad. You can come and check it out. Come and chill down in the islands. Trinidad is 3 hours flight from Miami. It's 3 hours south of Miami. And there are direct flights from Houston, Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Orlando, Toronto, New York. Those cities have direct flight. From Chicago, what to say, you all live in the boonies. Anyway, you'll not get a direct flight from Chicago. Huh? Okay, so open invitation, come anytime. And there are always groups dropping by. This summer we have a group dropping by from Toronto. Toronto group will be there. And we have some big functions in Trinidad also. Come for one of those, you will enjoy. Like, I'm getting there on Tuesday. On Thursday, we have a Chai Sanmelan. Chai Sanmelan. If you have never seen a Chai Sanmelan, then it's something for you to see. On that day, I will make chai in pots this size. 3,000 cups of chai. And all mission members and people will come and have chai and samosa and all finger foods and so many things like that. It's a fundraiser for the ashram. And in August we have a vegetarian food fair. All the students who were there last year, they had their own booth. So we have Indian booth, Chinese booth, dessert booth, drinks booth, we have a continental booth, different sections. People make vegetarian food from the mission and we sell. We reached 167 different vegetarian dishes. It has also become a big, 2,000-3,000 people will flow through that. A lot of things going on there. Drop in sometimes. And when we were making the ashram, we thought we have a big family in Canada and States. They'll want to come. So we made hostels also one time. Big Chinmaya family down in the Caribbean. Okay. You can hear some calypso and reggae also. We have satsang. Once I'm there on the island, we have satsang every night somewhere. In some village, some town, somewhere we are out. Okay. Now it is exactly 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock. So I'll end here. This is Veera Maruti will chant. Dadra Veera Maruti, Gambhira Maruti, Veera Maruti, Gambhira Maruti, Veera Maruti, Yaki Veera Maruti, Veera Maruti, Yaki Veera Maruti, Sangeeta Maruti, Geeta Maruti, Sangeeta Maruti, Duta Maruti, Rama Duta Maruti, Duta Maruti, Rama Duta Maruti, Bhakta Maruti, Parama Bhakta Maruti, Bhakta Maruti, Parama Bhakta Maruti, Veera Maruti, Gambhira Maruti.